We are at Harbor Park for a CCS twofer. It's a AAA substance ejection, but before that, Dylan Bundy, 10.48 ERA. Good for you, I guess. We will have an intentional drop, no call. Let's get to it. Bundy will have a perfect first inning, retires everyone, gets into a little bit of a jam in the second, not a big deal, and then gives up a few runs in the third.
The outside corner called strike three. Bundy paints the edge, and down looking goes Cameron, and Cameron has some words for the home plate umpire.
The amusing thing here is this is an ABS, automated ball strike system game. The computer's calling everything. That's what the umpire's doing when he's pointing to the ear, like, the computer called it. Sorry.
Maybe saying that he disagrees with the ABS system, but again, the home plate umpire has an earpiece in, and he is electronically notified of what the ABS system calls, and he simply relays the message. And Bundy pitching, ball lifted.
So the second inning ends the third inning. This is the sticky inning.
This delivery is ripped into right field. 3-1 pitch, Hanley running. The ball comes out of the glove. A run. Cedrola makes the grab on the warning track. Delivery to Stowers. Runner breaking from first. The throw, a high one into center field by St. James.
Maybe Bundy should share some of that sticky stuff with his catcher.
And Stowers takes ball four instead. Motions and fires home. Lined into center, a soft sinking liner, but good enough to get the...
Runners on first and second, one out. Is this anything?
Looping sinking line drive. Dropped by the second baseman Mauricio in front of the bank. Picks it up, flips to second for a force out. They get the lead runner. Stowers in a rundown. He'll be tagged out by Jonathan Arauz. And it turns into an awkward double...
Before we get to the sticky substance stuff, this is an infield fly situation, but that is not an infield fly. The ball didn't go high enough. It wasn't a fly ball. It was a line drive. But there is another rule that could potentially address what happened. Rule 509.812 is the intentional drop rule and states that if an infielder intentionally drops a fly ball or a line drive with runners on first, first and second, or loaded with less than 2 out, and the infield fly rule does not apply, the batter is out, the ball is dead, and the runners return. The intentional drop rule is like the little step sibling of the infield fly rule. Similar but different. Infield fly, R1 and R2, or bases loaded with less than 2 out, but the intentional drop rule, additionally, you can have a runner on first only. Infield fly requires a fair fly ball, intentional drop, fair fly, or line drive. Infield fly is caught with ordinary effort standards, so the fielder allowing the ball to drop to the ground untouched is still an infield fly if everything else applies. But on an intentional drop, the ball actually has to be intentionally dropped by the fielder, which means they have to actually touch it. If they allow it to fall to the ground untouched, it's not an intentional drop. Infield fly, batter out, ball remains live. Intentional drop, batter out, but the ball is dead and the runners return. So what do you think, CCS crew? Did this middle infielder intentionally drop the ball, or did he just flub the catch of that little weak line drive? Did the umpire get it right? If it was an intentional drop, that should have been a dead ball. But if it was just a fielder dropping a ball, oops, then it's live and that is a double play.
They get the lead runner, Stowers in a rundown, he'll be tagged out.
So the inning ends, and watch the third base umpire here. Not so fast, pitcher, I gotta check you. Now, the minor leagues have foreign substance inspections of pitchers just like the majors, and also you'll notice that the entire 3-person umpire crew is here, just like at the majors with the Herman ejection where James Hoy brought all 4 of that crew together to make sure that they are doing, well, what they're going to do now.
We are back at Harbor Park, and as the inning came to an end, and Syracuse came off the field, the umpires, as they do at the end of every inning, checked the pitchers, and apparently the umpires found something that drew a red flag, and Dylan Bundy, the starting pitcher for Syracuse, has been ejected from the game for apparently something found either on his glove or on his person. We saw the 3 members of the umpiring crew getting together. They were very closely looking at Bundy's glove. And then we saw the crew chief, Robert Nunez, give the ejection signal. And Dylan Bundy down the tunnelway towards the clubhouse. He has been ejected from tonight's game.